Hey Amber, it's Nicole. I just wanted to respond to your video. I can totally relate. I have not been overweight my whole life. I used to be thin when I was younger. And then when I got pregnant, I packed on the weight, and it just kind of kept going from there. I also have a child that is also in need of losing weight. The doctor has made it that I think I've mentioned it, but he's losing weight and he's feeling good about himself, and it's more health. It's health related. You know, the doctor told him, look, this is what's going to happen if you don't, start losing weight. If you keep going up, then you're prone to get diabetes, high blood pressure, all the stuff that, happens. So that really actually scared him into eating better and exercising more and whatnot. So, yeah, he's lost about 21 pounds since we started. And, hold on a second here. But yeah, but like you said, I wouldn't have known what to say to him. I'm thankful that the doctor brought it to his attention, because I wasn't about to tell him there was anything wrong with him. I am very, very pro, I want you to feel good about yourself. No matter what shape, size, color, whatever you are, you need to have that self-confidence. And I wasn't about to put him down for, being a little overweight. That's not me. So, yeah, so he's been working out with me, and, I don't get the lunches that we pay for are like $2.75 each or whatever, so I make his lunch. I send him with a sandwich and fruit and vegetables every day. So, because that was one thing, I'm like, this kid's eating pizza and nachos for lunch. That's not healthy. They say it's a, balanced meal, but I don't see that as balanced. So, that's what I do. I do make his lunch every day, except today, because I'm not feeling well, and so I'm like, sorry, you're on your own for today. But yeah, so that's what I do. And another thing is, like, we were talking earlier about it, that, I watch these shows that people, like Big Medicine, and I can't remember what the other one's called, but it's the hospital that they go into, and they're, super morbidly obese people. And I used to be one of the people that'd be like, how could they do that to themselves? Hold on. And I honestly don't believe that it's something that, you don't do it intentionally. I remember the first time I stood on the scale and I weighed over 200 pounds. I was devastated. Actually, I remember the first time I stood on a scale and I weighed in my 190s. I was like, is that possible? There's no way. There's no way that I can weigh that much. And then when I was so upset. I was so upset. And then I stayed away from the scale, because I was like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that cartoon that says, I don't know what it is. It's a little girl and a little boy, and the little girl says, I don't know what it is, but I'm not stepping on it because it makes my mom cuss. Well, I stayed away from the scale. So then, a few years later, go to the doctor or whatever, have to get on the scale, and I was over 200 pounds, and that was heartbreaking. It really was, but it didn't stop me, because I got over 300. And you don't realize it. I have lost 127 pounds, and I feel bigger now than I did 127 pounds ago. And I know that doesn't make sense, but to me, I'm like, oh my God, I'm huge. But looking in the mirror 127 pounds ago, over 300 pounds, I didn't think so. I thought I looked great. And I look back at the pictures, and I never remember. Like, there's one picture, I'll put it in right now. Well, that picture, I was at my one of my best friend's bridal showers, and I was wearing a skirt and a shirt, and I thought, gosh, I look good today. Ooh, not so much. I looked bad. I looked really bad. So, it's so weird how the mind works. But anyway, going back to saying something, you know, I talked to my husband about when we're watching those shows, and he's like, yeah, I would have said something to you if you got that big. I'm like, you didn't say anything to me when I was as big as I was because you didn't know. He'll look back at pictures and say, God, I had no idea you're that big. Well, neither did I, you know. And what could he have said? What was he going to say to me that was going to make me lose weight? There's nothing he could have said. If he would have told me that, oh, you know what, you probably need to lose some weight, I would have been all, you don't like me the way I am? There's the door, buddy. You know, I've been in a situation like that before, and I'm not in it anymore. Because although I was heavy, I loved who I was, and I was not about to change for anybody. The reason I lost weight is because I started to get unhealthy, and then I was like, okay, I've got to fix this, or I'm not going to be around to see my kids and my grandkids. So I had to change that. But it's the only reason I did it. I wouldn't have done it otherwise. I'm not going to, you know, who knows if in a few years I wouldn't have been one of those people that's, you know, 700-800 pounds. I would hope not, but I never thought I'd get to be 300 either. So the bottom line is, what can anybody say? I'm sure those people don't want to be that weight. And I'm sure that people have said stuff to them. And just like you said, Amber, when that person said, oh, I'd date Amber if she wasn't heavy. I remember in 5th grade, actually in 5th grade I was overweight because my mom owned an ice cream shop, and yeah, I liked ice cream a lot. And this guy had said, oh, she's got a mama's face. She's got a face only a mama could love. Yeah, that didn't make me want to lose weight. That made me want some more ice cream. And I mean, my mom sold the shop. I was in sports my whole life. I always was in something. So I, sorry, I was always, I mean, other than when my mom had the ice cream shop, I was always very thin until, like I said, until I got pregnant. So yeah, that people saying things don't do anything but hurt your feelings. So I, like, going back to my son, I'm really glad that the doctor said something, because there's no way I would have. There's no way I would have. And yes, I worry about, you know, the kids eating healthy and stuff, but I'm not a good cook. And so a lot of times it's just whatever's easy. I did make soup last night, which now I'm eating too much of that. But yeah, and I can feel myself starting to babble now, so I'm going to stop. But I just wanted to say that I do relate, and I couldn't even tell you what to say. Is I say just, you know, she's 9. She's gonna, like you said, her dad's tall. She'll grow. So I wouldn't stress too much about it right now. But just, you know, make sure she's eating healthy and exercising. My kids are addicted to the computer and their video games, so, you know, I'm one to talk. But anyway, that's me being me and relating. So have a good weekend.